Hey, it's a Humble Collector here, and in today's video we have another unboxing. Should all be death cards. I don't think there's anything else in here. But one of these death cards I've actually been looking for a very long time, so I'm very excited to show that to you guys. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. We'll start with some of the cards I had to open up just because the seller's name was on the front and back of the envelope. Now, the first one here is a nice large death card for Hans Halder, who was an Oberfeldwebel in a Gebirgsjäger regiment, bearer of the Iron Cross Second Class, the Close Combat Clasp, and various other awards, who was killed in the Balkans on October 6th, 1944 at the age of 31. And we have a really nice large-size photo of Hans here. He's been taken outside, possibly in the field. We can see his Edelweiss on the side of his sleeve there. Just a really nice photo. Gebirgsjäger cards are usually pretty easy to research as well, so definitely looking forward to doing some research on that. Moving on to the next set of cards here. We have Lloyd Dollar or Lloyd Voller, who is an Obergefreiter in a veterinary company, something you don't see too often. And he was killed on August 23rd, 1944 at the age of 41. Then we have a card here for Lieutenant Karl Kreuss, who is a Zugführer in an infantry regiment, who was killed on July 16th, 1942 at the age of 31. And Franz Riel, who was an Oberfeldwebel in a Grenadier regiment, bearer of the Iron Cross First and Second Class, the Warmare Cross Second Class with swords, the Infantry Assault Badge, the Close Combat Clasp, and the Eastern Front Medal, who fell on July 16th, 1944 in the East. We actually have a really nice photo of him there, showing his EK1, his Infantry Assault Badge, Iron Cross ribbon, marksmanship lanyard. Really nice photo there as well. All right, so I'm going to save that one for last. We'll go with this one next. Looks like we have the sales invoice in there, so just give me 1 second. Oh, yes. These are really interesting cards, and they were a bit pricier than what I normally spend on death cards, but once you guys see them, you'll see why. So go ahead and take these out here. All right, so the first one of these cards we're going to look at, this is the card for Major Arnold Antoine Gunther Mary Joseph Ghislaine von de Waal, who was a veteran of the First World War in the 2nd Chasseurs Regiment, awarded various combat awards, and he would be killed on June 16th, 1944. And it looks like the back of his card here has all that in French, and maybe a bit of a more detailed write-up. And the other card here for victim of Nazi Germany is for Henry Hermann Hotekette, who was born March 14th, 1908, and died in concentration camp von Neuengamme near Hamburg on April 1st, 1945. So yeah, I don't have a ton of death cards for victims of the regime. So these ones don't come up very often, especially since these aren't German cards. I don't see a lot of non-German cards come up for sale. But these seem pretty interesting, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing research on these. And the other card that we have here is for Josef Zimmerer, who was born on January 14th, 1920, and died on January 19th, 1945 in a hospital in the East after being heavily wounded. And then the last one here, I actually forgot those were coming in, so those are really interesting, but the card I wanted to show you guys is actually right here. If you remember, there was an unboxing a while back where I bought a bunch of Luftwaffe and Panzer cards from a fellow collector. This also came from him. Here we go. So I've been looking for a Knight's Cross card for a very long time now, and I was very excited to have the opportunity to buy this one. This is the death card of Hans Zellner, bearer of the Knight's Cross, the Iron Cross, the German Cross in Gold, who fell on February 27th, 1945 during a flying accident at the age of 27. So Hans here, highly decorated Luftwaffe pilot. If I remember correctly, he flew somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 combat missions. And yeah, he was killed just in an accident flying between two airfields just a few months before the war ended. So yeah, obviously Knight's Cross cards do not come up very often, so I've bid on several in the past and never been able to win one, so when the opportunity to buy this one came up at a fair price, I was definitely more than happy to pay it. But yeah, overall, it's pretty interesting finds. A lot of interesting death cards here, not just for soldiers, but also victims of the regime, and then a Knight's Cross winner. So definitely a good set overall. Definitely looking forward to getting to these and eventually researching them. But yeah, overall, hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I'll see y'all again very soon.